Emotional ties preceded physical ones, according to Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. This was not some hot gathering. The couple also discloses whether or not Robin Roberts and other ABC News employees supported their relationship. On Tuesday's episode, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes addressed a number of important queries, and as they had promised, nothing was off limits. The journalists talked about everything from who initiated contact to if marriage is a possibility, and whether they thought their relationship was supported by former ABC News colleagues like Robin Roberts. Here are the most talked about times. Robach and Holmes disclosed their dating schedule. Robach and Holmes had been dating for a few months before the public learned about their connection in November. In the summer of 2022, they recognized their friendship was evolving into something more. Holmes stated, "We were very close to entering divorce proceedings on the Amy and TJ program on iHeartRadio. We chose not to discuss it as I sit here thinking, Lord, this has been a great best friend friendship. I don't need to ruin it by telling her that I'm feeling something for her that goes beyond the friendship. Thus, we kind of avoided it. I just didn't want to say anything," he said. "You didn't want to say anything, but then as we proceeded through last summer, things definitely changed and we started having conversations." Since they were spending so much time together at work, Robach was aware that her feelings were changing. She claimed that since they wouldn't be together on the weekends, they didn't look forward to them. "I remember us both saying, 'Oh, Fridays are a bummer,'" she said. "Who initiated contact?" "It was you," Holmes assured Robach with a certain air. "I'd argue it was you." He did acknowledge, though, that he said "I love you" first. "Did I lean in first?" Robach inquired. "It's not about a leaning in. It's about a move, somebody who initiated something physical that was beyond what the friendship had been." "I think that was you," Holmes stated. "I'm sure it was you." "Did Robin Roberts break off communication with you guys?" One person specifically targeted Roberts in a question about whether their coworkers on Good Morning America were supportive of their relationship. According to Robach, their colleagues provided initial support. "We initially received nothing but support, and when we first went back to work those first 2 days, my dressing room was filled with love and support," she said. After their relationship was made public, Robach and Holmes presented GMA3. 2 days later, they were advised not to come in, and they never came back. "We received a lot of follow-up texts, so not everyone gave up on us. I'm not sure how people feel about now being in alignment with us. We really have a lot of support from our former coworkers, but I feel like I should be cautious about who I say stays in our corner. I think that's a damn shame," Holmes continued, calling their concerns that someone who is affiliated with us will hurt them absolutely ridiculous. When Robach's daughters discovered the Holmes relationship, they were shocked. The seasoned anchor and Tim McIntosh had 2 daughters together, Ava and Annalise, from their prior marriage. "Even my girls were astonished and felt like they were hit with a punch when they learned about us," Robach claimed, citing the tabloids as the source of the information. "You know, my oldest daughter told me that she felt it was such a snap decision, that it was just something I just jumped into. And I responded, no, I gave this some thought. I took a seat with this. I was aware of my feelings. How he felt about me, I knew. I was aware of my feelings for him. And before acting, I gave it a lot of thought." Robach described how her experience with breast cancer taught her to view life more clearly, because she understands how rare it is to find something like this and how we have one shot at life, one shot at love. She went on, "I wasn't living my truth," adding that occasionally living your truth means making a change. This was no tawdry situation. 2013 saw the marriages of Robach to Andrew Shue and Holmes to Marilee Fiebig. They claim that in 2022, their marriages ended. In an unexpected development, Shue and Fiebig seem to be dating right now. People had a better understanding of the bond between Robach and Holmes' desires. He clarified that before they were together, they had 8 years to build their foundation. "Something we were so careful about, so deliberate and took so much great care and was being thrown out as just something salacious and tawdry," Holmes said. "An affair, some sexy, affair, which it was the last thing that this was," Robach said. "Even before he even touched my hand, TJ informed me he loved me. That was an incredible experience that I don't think I've ever had before, an emotional connection that we acknowledged before anything physical ever happened." The two joked that since they continued receiving jobs together, ABC executives could easily see their chemistry. Robach said in jest, "We just took a little longer to realize it." On the table is marriage. When questioned about whether they intended to get married, Robach replied, "It's under consideration. This is what I would advise. We didn't start this connection just to have fun or to see what might happen. We decided to commit to each other for the rest of our lives when we started this relationship," she said. "So, I'm not sure if we have a legal button on it or not. We're not rushing or racing toward marriage because we've both already been married twice. I can say that I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but there's something about you, I can't even begin to explain why." "But you don't want to marry me necessarily?" Holmes inquired. "It's situated on the table," Robach answered. I want to wed you, partly because I'm 46 and you're 50. Furthermore, I'm tired of calling you, a 50-year-old woman, my girlfriend. That simply seems ridiculous, laughed Holmes. Robach joked, thank you for pointing out the age difference.